Wow. What a year.
Connor, I hate to break it to you, but it's only February.
Fuck! Hey guys, gals, non-binary pals.
Welcome, sweet babies, to 2020 and the first episode of Let's Talk About It for the new year.
Welcome back to whatever this ends up being. I'm Connor.
And I'm Kylen.
And we're here to do parkour and drink and talk about stuff that's going on in the RPG world, specifically what's going on in our circles, orbits. I don't know, stuff that's important to us.
Yes.
So, Kylen, my wonderful, wonderful co-host, what are you drinking tonight?
Okay, let's play a fun game with the audience. I want you guys to close your eyes and take like 5 seconds to form an answer in your head of what you think I'm drinking. Okay. Take some time now. Okay, you ready? You have an answer in your head? Well, what do you think it's gonna be?
Is it White Zinfandel?
Bitch, you're wrong.
What?
I got a nice Riesling instead.
I feel betrayed. I feel flabbergasted. I feel ruined.
New year, new wine choice? Is that what's going on here? I mean, not necessarily. I just went to the liquor store because I was proactive about getting alcohol before everything was closed. So I said, why not treat myself to a different type of wine? Connor, what are you drinking this evening?
So, I'm most of the way through a bottle of Shiraz at this point, which is another type of wine. We're just some whiny babies tonight.
Listen, I went to the liquor store and looked at the hard liquor section, and my stomach said, nah, fam, you good.
Although, to be honest, right now I'm drinking some water because, yeah, that was a 4-hour stream where I was doing nothing but drinking wine.
Oh, man. Okay, let's just talk for a minute about
Let's talk.
why do I feel so old when it comes to drinking alcohol now? Because used to, I could like pound hard liquor like nobody's business and wake up the next morning feeling perfectly fine. And now, if I drink anything besides beer or wine with like sips of water in between, I wake up the next morning unable to function. I'm 25. It shouldn't be like this.
It really shouldn't. But here we are, unable to function drinking liquor. So, what this means for all of you is, Let's Talk About It Season 3 might be a very different show.
We're out here just drinking like...
we may not survive a Season 3.
What up? It's your girl, fresh off a liver transplant.
Although, if you have a liver that you would like to donate to Let's Talk About It, don't, because we are not a company that can afford that. We earned 10 cents of ad revenue.
Yes, big money moves. Oh my goodness. I might have to put that on my taxes this year. Yeah, hey, government, just to let you know, I'm out here making the big bucks.
Have you done taxes yet?
No, of course not. Although I do have the week off from work this upcoming week, so I will do my taxes.
I just did mine.
I got so many fucking tax forms this year. I got an email from Twitch that was like, here's your tax form, bitch. And I'm like, oh, fuck, I forgot to make money off of you.
Well, see, Twitch never gave me a tax form. They're like, click here to get it. And it's like, you didn't earn enough money to really matter.
Okay, that's probably the case for me then. Oh my god, we've already derailed. We haven't even started the show yet.
So, what a year. It's February.
Oh my god. So, to anyone who, knows me as, a person, January was just, a repeated kick in the head for me. Because I was just fucking sick for that entire month.
You were so sick for so long.
Yeah, so anyone who's been wondering, what the fuck have they recorded Let's Talk About those lazy fucking bombs? It's because if I tried to binge drink while on medicine, I would die. Bitch. So yeah.
Totally not because Connor didn't record or didn't finish editing the last episode.
Yeah, but also I was really sick, so the two things coincided well.
Yeah.
But now we're back in the month of February, just a month wiser and more experienced and ready to take on the new year.
And what a new year it was. And still is. The year is not over as much as I would like it to be.
So, what the fuck we've been up to since we last talked about it?
Well, let's talk about it. Kylen, what games have you been playing?
That's a good question. So, yeah, the one game that I guess we don't share at this point because we're just all up in each other's business. Is no wait, we have two games. Never mind. Alas for the Odyssey. Storm of the Stars on off the table. And to be honest, this is the part of the show where I go, fuck, I don't remember what we talked about since last time. So I'm just gonna give an overview of where I think we might have stopped.
Well, here's the thing. Did you leave the island yet?
Yes, we left the island. Has it been that long since we recorded?
No, it's just that's always the thing that I've been asking. And y'all never leave the island.
We left the fucking island.
Good.
We left the fucking island. And then we sailed on the sea for a bit and we had some sad times. And we came to a new island. It's called the Waypoint. And it's basically like Tortuga from Pirates of the Caribbean. And also the Mos Eisley Cantina from Star Wars.
Okay. So we have talked about this.
Yes. Yes. We've made it to that island. And since then, the overarching plot for that island has been, hey, there's a real bad, nasty dude. His name is Boaz. He's got two really bad, nasty friends. He's killing all these girls? Question mark. But then like a couple of us talked to Boaz and be like, hey, are you the one killing these girls? And he's like, yeah, kind of, but it's not really my fault. Because you see, the thing with Boaz is he's got like, I don't know if it's like powers, I don't know if it's like some demon shit, he's cursed, but like something about like being like near him and being like close to him makes you like confront like your inner darkness, and
Oh,
if you fuck that up, you just die. You just fucking die. You know Persona 4?
I do know Persona 4.
Kind of like that. You meet your shadow, I guess, and if you don't get it, you just die.
I am a shadow, the true self.
I guess.
I'm gay.
Wow, I'm really proud of you, Shadow, and I support you in this time that's coming out. It takes a lot of courage, but yeah, and at first we were like, oh man, this guy is without a doubt just a big old nasty dude. Nothing redeemable about this nasty, nasty man. But it turns out the nasty man is really sad because he can't get close to anyone ever. And he doesn't mean for this to happen, it just does. So he's resigned himself to a sad, nasty fate. Meanwhile, this island is just fucking going down the fucking toilet. Probably because
Okay.
this big, mean, nasty man's evil energy. But one of the NPCs was like, hey, you know what might help this island? There used to be a witch that lived here, and I think she still lives here in the woods. Let's go find this fucking witch. And my character, who's really good at tracking shit, was like, hell yeah, I'm gonna find this fucking witch. So that's where we're at right now, in terms of main plot wise. In terms of little plot wise, a lot of half of the party is like really fucking sad. Cause
Only
like,
half?
yes, surprisingly, just kind of half at this point. Just 2 of 4, which is probably like a new record.
Are y'all playing Alas for the Odyssey correctly?
Okay, but like, I think we are. Like, 2 of the party is kind of sad because like they were like kind of almost a thing, but then they weren't, because it turns out one of them was a bird and the other one was like, you were sent by Satan to tempt me to be a lesbian. You evil bird.
You bird of prey.
Have you seen that?
I have.
Is it good?
I liked it. I don't think any like movie has made me smile as consistently throughout it, and I don't think any like piece of visual media has, besides Queer Eye. And this gave me anxiety throughout the movie. And if you go see it, the hyena does not die.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I haven't figured out if I want to see it or yet.
It's very fun.
And honestly, one thing that kind of turned me off from the movie was apparently there's a part of the movie where she gets like an egg and cheese sandwich, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have to watch her eat that.
Do you want me to spoil it for you?
Sure, go ahead.
She does not get to eat the egg sandwich.
Oh, well, I need my own website. Just like, do they eat the egg? spoil movies for me so I know if it's safe for me to watch.
Have you played Kirby Squeak Squad?
I haven't played a Kirby game at all, which I know is very
really?
shocking.
Kirby Squeak Squad begins with the fact that somebody stole Kirby's strawberry shortcake. The entire adventure only happens because Kirby could not eat his strawberry shortcake.
Okay, but mood.
Birds of Prey is the same thing, except with Harley Quinn's egg sandwich.
Oh my god, that is the catalyst for the entire plot.
Yes.
That's really fucking funny, actually. Okay, yeah, we stand.
Truly, Queen. Honestly, it's just, the entire movie is just mood.
Oh, hey.
It's just like, oh my god, you're doing all this because you couldn't eat your egg sandwich? Mood. Like, I would do all this for breakfast as well.
Yeah, you thought you related to John Wick. Here's some shit that's even more relatable. But, fuck. What was I talking about?
You were talking about Birds of Prey being tempted by a bird.
Oh, yeah.
And also the person who wanted a witch.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, so, yes, half of the party was almost a thing, but then they weren't because of one was a bird and the other one was like, you're a devil bird, you're a demon bird. And then like we get to this island and the one who was like, you are here to tempt me, foul bird, it kind of goes to the nasty man and is like, hey, I need you to go like talk to my captain because I think she's evil. And I know that like you make people confront their evil self. And he's like, all right, cool. And then she's like, also, I'm gonna kiss you. Because that's what you do. You just kiss bad, nasty, evil, awful men.
Is that what you do?
If you're a lesbian in denial, I guess. Meanwhile,
Rip to a narcissist, but I'm different.
Meanwhile, the bad nasty man goes to talk to the captain, and he's like, actually, you know what? You're all right. Like, you know what the fuck is up. Your bad self is not gonna get you. You got this, homie. And then he was also like, hey, you're kind of cute. Let's hang out again. So they end up just hooking up, as you do. So that's why that half of the party is sad. Meanwhile, the other half of the party, which includes me, is kind of feeling good at the moment because Katie, of course, got to bone down. As is her goal in almost every game.
Some of us are simple people with simple desires. For instance, my simple desire is I woo. I am a simple man. I need that fulfilled. So I can understand. I can relate. I feel you, Katie Face, friend of the channel. Brown.
First beep beep of the year. Although we should also beep beep for a narcissist. So here we go. Beep beep
beep. I'm gonna get his book in pretty soon.
Oh, hell yeah. Because he did what? He made a game.
He made a game. Y'all check out Become AI. Or Become Artificial Investigators.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
Cause it was pretty cool whenever I played it.
Yeah.
Like 3 years ago.
but still made an impression.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, so Katie is happy because she got to go bone down. My character is feeling kind of good because, like, she met a character who is a nun, but not really. She didn't take an oath of abstinence. Hey! And also, she's like kind of a sidekick. And also, she's like really cool. And also, she said straight up to my character whenever she was like, "Oh, am I ever gonna find someone, to love me?" Basically, she was like, "I could love you if you'd let me." And so my character, being too lesbian to function, was like, thank you, pretty girl." So that happened, and she's still kind of recovering from that.
Oof.
And then, yeah, that's where we're at right now. Going on a witch hunt, being in love, or not being in love, just kissing bad, nasty men. That's the last for the Alpha C story. What you been up to?
So the only game that I'm playing in that you were not playing in is on twitch.tv/IndoorAdventures, where you remember what we did with Elvis, where I kind of got frustrated with the character and then had to respec.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I kind of had to do the same thing, but it's entirely Matthew Mercer's fault.
Listen, frequent listener Matthew Mercer, BBB.
BBB.
Like, I get it that, like, the Blood Hunter is your creative property, but, like, what the hecky? You changed the main stat.
Well, the secondary stat.
Oh wait, I thought the main stat was wisdom.
No, the main stat is either strength or dexterity because it's a
Okay.
martial class.
Okay.
But the secondary stat was wisdom. It is now intelligence.
So what the hecky, Matthew Mercer?
But honestly, the secondary stat should be charisma because, wow, do you need hit points if you want to make that class viable?
Wait, how would charisma come into play with hit points?
Did I say charisma? I meant constitution.
Oops, we're drunk.
Whoops!
That's crazy. Why would that happen?
Did I mention that I was almost a bottle of Shiraz through? Or almost through a bottle of Shiraz?
You certainly did.
Well, now I'm through it.
Alrighty. We're here to party.
Yeah, so first off, Arjan and his company, the Four Keys Adventuring Party, have been going through this. They made their way to a dwarven city after fighting through the forces of winter, and decided to take a job with one of the mercenary companies there. That sent them down into an old, uncovered fire giant stronghold, in which there lived a dire troll, a beholder,
Oh.
back-to-back encounters,
Oh no.
and then also, the beholder fight also allowed a guest character in the form of Jordan with the silent PH, friend of the channel, person that I have wanted to play games with for so long, and really hate that we only got to play with each other in a boss battle. It also involved someone from Arjan's backstory, Kodeth, the Blood Hunter.
Ooh.
Someone who, when they were younger, locked Arjan in a mausoleum for 3 days in order to like starve him out and kill him.
You know, as you do.
Arjan was able to make it out, and as soon as he saw Kodeth again, breathed acid on his face and melted part of it off.
Honestly, a valid reaction given the circumstances.
And then got stabbed by one of his teachers.
Okay, what the fuck though?
In retaliation. And they've had this like understanding that the next time that they saw each other in the overworld, in the overworld, next time they saw each other, one of them is going to die. So Kodeth challenged Arjan to what is it? Sanguine. It was a Crimson Duel.
Oh, you mean a sanguine smackdown?
Yeah. Goddamn. What was the fucking Latin bullshit that I sent Indoor?
Oh, it was a fucking money match.
It was a money match. Arjan lost.
Get the briefcase. Oh fuck. So Arjan's dead?
Arjan is not dead.
Oh.
Corey, our paladin, stepped in order to save him, and in doing so, marked Arjan as a monster that needed to be expunged for all of the Sanguine orders.
But like, that's a jump. That's a bit of a jump.
Yeah. So Kodeth was whenever Indoor was making Kodeth, he made a blood hunter that was on level with Arjan, except dipped him a little bit deeper into fighter, and decided to make this a melee combat, which Arjan is not a melee fighter.
Yeah,
so he was at a major disadvantage for like this entire fight. It was not surprising to me that he went down, even though I held him in place and was able to get a whole bunch of really nice critical hits on him.
Nice.
I still ended up falling. But we decided afterwards, hey, Arjan is not on a great power level. The Blood Hunter class is not doing it. He is not on the same level as the rest of the party with a wizard that can cast spells at levels that he should not be able to. A paladin that can dump smites on critical hits, and a barbarian that can just shake off anything that's thrown at her. Where Arjan's abilities physically hurt him.
Yeah.
So we were talking about respecting him, and then Matt Mercer decided, hey, you know how Blood Hunters like have that wisdom stat? I don't want to do that anymore. I want to make it intelligence based. I'm like, fuck! Now I can't do cleric.
Yeah, because you just recently dipped your little toesies into that.
Yeah. So we had toyed around. I made like 20 different versions of Arjan. Building him in different ways.
Not an exaggeration, people.
No, it really was like 20 different ways. And as of right now, we took a little break because Indoor was feeling a little bit overwhelmed because he's running like 3 games during the week.
God bless him.
And working a full-time job, which is like, don't do that. If you think you have the time to do that, stop it. You don't. So I stepped into DM one session where my former patron, Charlayan, Arjan had like sort of worked out a thing where one of Endor's previous characters was building a mech for him. Well, Arjan's patron retrofitted this mech to like be a vehicle for Arjan and his party. So I ran a game where the party got to like test drive this mech, and
Hang on, y'all got a Megazord?
we got a Megazord. They have a mechanical dragon that they got to like drive in the hells, and they had a really good time. And that was my second time DMing on the show, and it was really nice.
Nice.
And I got to figure out how infernal machines work, which is going to be great for y'all's group.
Which we'll talk about in a minute.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that. But now, tomorrow, I am going to show off the new build, which is Arjan is only 4 levels of Blood Hunter and 6 levels of Fighter Eldritch Knight.
Ooh.
With some feats to fill in the flavor that we were working toward previously.
I mean, honestly, I think the shift to intelligence for the class, like overall, makes sense.
Oh yeah, definitely.
For like kind of the monster hunter type theme that it has. And I think it also kind of makes sense for like Arjan too in some ways, because he seemed to be very like, you know, kind of dipping it a little bit into like the alchemist artificer type thing, and you know, he's running like a company and shit, and like I don't know. I think it works if dude's got intelligence.
So yeah, I ran a game for them last time. Everybody else got to meet my god, and yeah, it was a good time.
Did they like Tiamat?
Yeah, Gwen really liked Tiamat. Corey, I don't feel like she really enjoyed anything that was happening, except for being able to lay down a smite off of an Eldritch machine. Or not an Eldritch machine, an Infernal War machine.
Yes.
So I just imagine like our paladin just like fooling with like levers and pulleys in the like cockpit of this mechanical dragon, and it's just like laying down the fury of Elistray and Coralon, and maybe also the Raven Queen.
Oh.
But just like smiting these werewolves that they were fighting in the Nine Hells.
Hang on. Back up. You said werewolves in hell?
Yeah, so I made my own infernal warlords.
And of course, they were werewolves.
Yeah, so because I was DMing this and coming up with my own thing, I wanted to do 2 things. A lot of people have been asking me why I haven't done a Warforged werewolf yet. Because, you know, werewolf and also Cybrwulf.
Wow. You would be Metal Garurumon.
What?
Oh, have you not seen Digimon?
No.
Sober Connor, put up a picture of Metal Garurumon, and maybe then you'll understand.
Well, people have been asking me why I haven't done a Warforged werewolf yet. So I made a Warforged werewolf. A Wereforge, or a Warwolf, if you will.
Awoo.
Awoo. And I also made the leader of this warband a character that I have played previously. Feanor, who I've played on Anaris, friend of the channel. Pew. We've mentioned it before during this episode. Fëanor, who was trying to leave the oubliette and make his way into hell to find his mate.
Mm-hmm.
Well, apparently he made it. Fëanor was this lycanthrope who was also like a paladin. And he was trying to become a paladin because he was trying to either make his way into heaven or hell. Heaven because there's not going to be a heaven for him unless his mate was there with him, or hell because if his mate was anywhere, it would probably be hell. But he was there stuck in this purgatory, which was maddening for him. So it looked like he made his way into hell. And specifically, I want to use the newly released Unity domain.
Ooh, what is that? Pray tell.
So the Unity domain is the latest, as of recording this video, Unearthed Arcana. It is a clerical domain that has an emphasis on sharing the burden, like the entire party unifying and being a unit. Specifically, the ability that I gave him was the Channel Divinity, which allows the members of his party to share the damage that is dealt to one of them. Which the Unity domain was like a reworked love domain, but a lot better and a lot less problematic. And whenever I read like everything as a like Unity domain, my thoughts immediately went to like a pact dynamic thing. Like a lot of these things were like would be really good for a werewolf, or like anybody who would like leaned into a pack dynamics thing. So I was just like, I want to make a werewolf that has these abilities. So I did. And that was my warband, who was on this machine, this like infernal war machine that was like chomp, 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 chomp. And was going to eat a whole bunch of people. But unfortunately, my players were a lot better. A lot better equipped than these werewolves were, and made quick work of these things.
Did you like the dynamic between the, your, I guess, like the boss monsters and like, the class shit? Like, did you like how that all worked together?
Not really. I didn't have a lot of room to play with them because my party was so good.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I'm a DM that makes my encounters a lot less challenging for the party than I probably should, but
Is that right? Is that the truth?
It's the truth whenever I'm making encounters myself and not using a published source.
We'll talk about that.
We will
later.
talk about that. So okay. Yeah, that's how we really haven't dived back into the game since that ended, but yeah, we're gonna keep on with that game because it's been a lot of fun. What's another game you've been playing?
So quick update in the one game that I'm in that you're not in. This isn't gonna take that long at all. So Cave Lorelei,
Yeah,
Shadow's actual play podcast. We have not recorded since last year because holidays is pretty hectic.
Yeah.
On top of that, because of holidays, new episodes have not been released yet. So I think as of this recording, the last episode is episode 6, maybe. And I can say we have about maybe 11 or so altogether. But here's a spicy little thing. A spicy little thing for our LTAI listeners.
Ooh, wait.
As of today, unspecified date, tomorrow I'll be
Later
recording.
today. Later
Oh, today.
today.
Yeah, shit. Today, we'll be recording again. And actually, I can say the other group recorded yesterday. And what we're recording currently is some crossover episodes.
Oh.
So if you want to see what Saoirse's up to, in the next however many weeks, depending on when the current episodes release, I will say you can't just listen to Cape Lorelei, because it turns out I'm gonna be on Isidro Beach as well.
Beer.
Which apparently when they recorded today, it was really good, and I'm sad I missed it. Mostly because I love my other 3 players. They're so fucking good. I'm gonna shout them all out right now. Katie Faze, Cinder, and Rev Rybread. Are also good, and also they had I'm gonna have to get his later because I can't remember right now, but his name's Ben, who plays Micah on Isidro Beach, who is I gotta remember the fucking name for this playbook. I want to say the Hollow, but that's not right. I'm pretty sure that's Monster Hearts. But the Vessel, something like that. Basically, he's a golem. He's a sword who is now a person.
Okay.
And oh, sorry, they're a sword that's now a person. Excuse me. And I'm really sad I didn't get to play with them because Micah's just so good. They're one of those characters that operates on a very fine praxis. This is how these are the things I will not compromise on. But everything else, they're like a child discovering things for the first time, and have all these questions about humanity and things. And it was really funny. In one of the episodes, they were like, I have never seen a movie. Is this what people do for fun? And one of the other characters was like, oh my god, yeah, let's go see Spider-Man Far From Home. It's in theaters. They drag them along to see Spider-Man Far From Home. So I'm really sad I got to miss out on this half lovable character / half fucking killing machine, because that's what they also do. Is they take people out who are disloyal. So, and if I remember correctly, they specifically came to Cape Lorelei to hunt out a bad werewolf. So
The lone wolf that's killing other wolves.
Yes. Although, if you're listening to Cape Lorelei, you'll know that lone wolf isn't killing other wolves. It's another wolf that's killing wolves, but I don't think Micah knows that. So shh. So, yeah, that's, and my character, Saoirse, is going to Isidro Beach because, well, let's just say for now, it's a business trip / vacation.
Hey.
So, get hyped for that. I know I am.
All right.
So
let's talk
about all the fucking games we're in together.
Let's talk about the games that we're in together. Specifically, let's jump into Saltmarsh.
Oh my god. Why are you gonna start with Saltmarsh?
Because that's the stream game that we're in together, Kylen.
Yeah, I know, but also I feel like this is gonna be a call-out post for me.
Okay. Yeah. You know what? Yeah, it is. Kylen. Jill Faye and Lorandar. Stop trying to fuck Tharsden.
Okay, listen up, everyone. Because I know that's coming wildly out of context if you're not caught up. And let me explain to you what has happened since you last saw Glee. So,
And that's what you missed on Glee.
so, as has been established in previous episodes, Tharsden can take on a hot human form where he kind of looks like Dracula from the Castlevania series on Netflix.
Good shit.
Like, right?
Yeah.
And so, as I've mentioned many times, as like an aside or like in Nights in the Courtyard, it's just like, Indoor fucking made him hot. I'm gonna have to smooch him. And Indoor said, oh, message received. So, Thurston has been a lot more active lately in trying to get Jill's attention to open up, break some more of them chains, remove some of them obelisks. And so the newest tactic he has tried is being like, hey girl, you know, I see what you're doing out there breaking all these chains, and that's kind of sexy. That's a real funky fresh of you, girl. I'ma just give you a smooch. Which Jill, who was immediately like, wee woo, Kill Bill sirens, is now kind of like, well, maybe it's not like so bad because, oof, this is an unhealthy relationship dynamic. Which, you know, disclaimer, yeah, that's what it is. That's what we're playing out right now. But I feel comfortable playing out because I trust Indoor, and like so far, how it's been going has been, you know, good and safe for me. So, yes. But I just want to acknowledge to the people listening, this is not a cute relationship. It is unhealthy because the power dynamics are off. Okay, we got that on the table. Which has been fun for me because anytime those scenes happen, the rest of the party I can see muted or just like, no, no, stop it.
Tell us about the last thing that came out of that relationship. Tell us about your child.
Okay.
What baby you've been popping out?
So, okay, before that, I'll preference with after the first time Thurston smooched her, she totally broke another chain, which is like the first time she did it in a hot minute. And when she broke that chain, it was really nice because she was carefully thinking about the consequences of her actions and turned this desert into a nice little oasis where people could like live and prosper. Yay. So to contrast that, so we have been out on the open sea ever since we got fucking fired from Acquisitions Incorporated for saving someone's life. Saving Ullman's daughter's life.
Truly.
Yeah, and before this point, we went to like Albus's kind of quote unquote hometown, which
Gosh.
oh shit, that was really fun. Like, what if Cape Cod was a hive mind?
What if your hometown was just a colony for an eldritch cult of a giant catfish?
Yeah, if you guys have seen or red, but I think it's best shown visually in the Wrinkle in Time movie. Not the newest one. I haven't seen it, so I can't, speak to whether or not I did this. But the older one, where they're on that fucking planet to like try and find their dad. And like on the planet, everyone does all their shit the same. Like the kids come out at the same time, and they bounce their bouncy balls on the end of the driveway on the same beat. That's what was happening in Left Behind.
Yeah, Albus is definitely it if it lived in Cerulean Cave from Pokemon.
Yes. And which was really particularly good for like my character, because Albus is like, hey girl, I see that you're in this unhealthy relationship with the god of madness.
Be in an unhealthy relationship with me.
Hey, so like, what if I became super powerful and you served me instead? Here, let's just go to my town, talk to this dude, it's gonna be great. And instead, my character sees all these people who don't really have a free will anymore because they're all like, you know what, we should just worship Albus all day, kind of. Which is, really good. Really good in character. Turmoil. Because it's like, you're my friend, and I like you, but
do I really want to like worship you?
that's kind of weird,
That's
homie.
fucking weird. Why are you offering this?
Because I don't know how to relate to people and I want to make them happy.
Albus in a nutshell.
But yeah, that's a little bit of an aside. So since then, we've been sailing back to Jill's hometown of Moran in which is like way south on the Swords Coast map, because there's an aboleth there named Skafka who Albus wants to get rid of because he was worshiping Tharsden
because he's
well.
worshiping a god, period.
Yeah, he's worshiping a god, period. Also, Tharsden, who's kind of not good news. But it's okay. Tharsden's cool with him taking it out because Skafka's gone like way off base, apparently. And Jill's like concerned anyway because her fucking family lives there with like this, who knows what Skafka's up to. But in T-Ways, we're sailing out on the open ocean. Uh-oh, there's a storm. Uh-oh, do you know who's the goddess of storms out on the ocean?
Your ex-girlfriend.
My ex-sugar mama, who didn't really have business with me, per se, had business with Ullman, because Ullman was kind of like, you're just really misunderstood, and I'm going to tell everyone how great you are. Okay, oops, ow, owie. My knife form is being shaved down by all of these fish people. Hey, can you come help me? Oh, you're not gonna help me. That fucking sucks. You know what? I'm just gonna leave you an hour-long voicemail of silence. Do you like that? Spoiler alert.
No.
She did not like that because she's a mean, petty bitch.
Because she's a bitch. A queen bitch. The bitch queen.
The bitch queen, in fact. So, since we were kind of like on her turf, she was like, hey bitches, I'm gonna send this phoenix made of lightning to fuck up your ship. I'm gonna try and drown your captain's wife and make her my cleric, which didn't work. But I'm gonna fuck you guys up. I'm gonna try and sink your ship. Which, spoiler alert, that didn't work either. However, our ship was fucked up. Like there was a hole in the hull. The mast was like knocked over and shit. So it was pretty rough.
Until
Jill was like, I've been pretty good about writing in this journal and having good things happen. So I'm gonna try that again. However, I'm pretty peeved because my ex Dee Dee was here trying to kill us, and I don't like that bitch. So I'm gonna like do things to intentionally piss her off. So Jill trying not really thinking about how she's wording things, one, because she's angry, and two, Kylen, her real life player, is dumb of ass. Basically was like, hey, so the ship's a living thing. It can mend itself. And Thurston's like, hey, homie, I don't have enough power to do that. I need you to break some of my chains for me. And Jill's like, you know what? I think I fucking will. And here's how I'm going to do it. This little list thing that's here, fuck that. We're getting rid of that. Instead, we're putting an eldritch boon that protects this island from Umberlee forever because fuck that bitch. And she didn't really put a clause in how everyone would be safe and live happily ever after because she wasn't thinking of that. Because I wasn't thinking of that, but it made sense. It was in character. Because me, I'm a dumbass, and two, Jill was just mad. So that happened, and in addition to that, the ship not only fixed itself, it became a little fleshy and alive.
so we got a demon ship.
We got a demon ship whose name is Triumph, and they have eyes and teeth.
Teeth.
Which Albus almost experienced.
He did.
Almost got the teeth firsthand. But it's chill though. The ship likes me a lot and regards me as its creator because I guess they're right. I did do that.
Yeah.
So,
and we got the crew to be okay with it. We got everybody to be okay with it. So yeah, we're just riding on this demon ship.
it took a lot of processing though. It was kind of because up until this point, Jill has been doing a lot of shit in secrecy, or like has been doing it kind of openly, but not really talking about it. And like the other party members have noticed, but they're like, okay, well, we don't really have time to talk about this, and it's helping. So like, we'll unpack this later. But this is the
Well,
first
we
time.
don't have time to unpack all of that.
This is the first time something kind of didn't work out as planned. And yeah, there was kind of a come to Jesus meeting after that.
A come to Albus meeting.
Oh, yeah, I come to Alba's meeting where everyone's like, hey, Jill, we're just like a little concerned. Like, what's going on? Which, I think was helpful for Jill. But, she's still gotta work through it because unhealthy relationships are not severed the first time your friends say, hey, that person's a jerk, don't associate with them.
Yeah.
It takes a minute,
Yeah.
but it was put in motion. And maybe also her sugar daddy put a nice little wooden carapace on it instead, so the ship would be less squishy. and to be a little more comfortable to everyone.
I love cooking my shipmates' meals off of festering boils.
Yeah. Indoor was describing the ship coming alive, and my dumbass was like, oh no, I didn't mean this, but here we go.
We are also playing, we did play one more session of Monster of the Week.
Yeah. We finished out a mystery.
We stole Christmas back from the Grunch.
From the fucking Grunch. It's the Grinch with a gun. It's not the Grinch with a gun.
No, it is some nasty, like, chupacabras-like things.
And, that was a lot of fun because that battle had a lot of moving parts. Like, we had to save a hostage, we had to dispel a curse, we had to hold off waves of enemies while trying to dispel this curse.
Yep.
So it was a lot of fun. Also, I got to, make a deal with
Yeah, you got to talk to the Loa again.
Yeah, I got to talk to Baron Samdi, I believe his name is.
Sandy.
Yes. Who was a Loa, who is a spirit that you probably shouldn't interact with. And my character Clementine was basically like, hey, if you help me finish this ritual, I'm gonna just give you a big ol' IOU. Which is dangerous, but she didn't really have anything else to offer. Maybe she did, but she's young and dumb and doesn't really know how magic works. And she's like, I don't really have anything else. Fuck it. I'll do you a favor.
Meanwhile, I'm playing the wronged playbook.
Mm-hmm.
So what I did during that battle is I brought all the attention on me.
Yeah, baby, you the tank.
I'm the tank. I'm also the person who is willing to sacrifice himself.
Ooh. Oof.
Because I couldn't do that before.
Oof. Which luckily you didn't die this battle, but you easily could have.
No, that would have been easy. Of course, I have this thing where the Master of Ceremonies, the Game Master, cannot take me out of a battle until I choose it.
Hell yeah, baby. They're like, oh, you fucking dead. And you're like, no, fucking not.
No, not yet.
In a minute.
You can wait until the end of this battle, but I'm not dead yet.
Yeah. So, that was really good.
Yeah, we finished off a mystery from that, and then we're taking a little break to play in our other game, Kylen Descent into Avernus.
Wait a minute, that's not officially published WotC adventure. What's going on here?
No, we are playing Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus, but in Tal'Dorei, 1 year after the setting normally takes place.
Wait a minute, didn't we also do another game in Tal'Dorei?
Yeah, we also did Iman Dragon Heist.
Oh shit, so like, are we playing the same characters from that?
No, we're not. Well, I am. I'm playing the Dungeon Master.
Oh shit, but the rest of us are bringing new, fresh meat to the table.
Like who?
Well, it's the same home group you've come to know and love, the lads plus me. So we got, let's just go in alphabetical order. We got friend of the channel, Arsqueef. Pew, 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 pew. Who is playing a gnome cleric of Sarenrae named Trace, who is just an old fucking man.
Yes.
Who we don't really know that much about, except he's kind of a crotchety old dude.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, alphabetical order, we got friend of the channel, EJ the Gray.
Pew, 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 pew.
Who this time is playing a. Hang on, it's buffering.
Eldritch Knight.
You're right. He's playing a Fire Genasi Eldritch Knight, named a lot of names, but he goes by Ignis. And he is just a himbo.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, just a himbo. He's got a really nice mustache made of fire. You don't really know what his deal is yet either, because we only played one session. But just a himbo who's good at fighting. Next up, we got friend of the channel, Ginger Benji.
Pew, 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 pew.
Who's playing a half-orc bard named, I know it starts with an H.
Hashal.
Hashal! Yes, thank you. Hashal, the half-orc bard, who is, at this point, just a chill-ass dude, playing some instruments.
Yeah.
Also kicking ass.
Also, yeah, that.
And then there's me. I'm playing a, quote, human, end quote, monk named Sarah, who is a little quiet, a little mysterious. She's nice. She doesn't talk much, but oh, hey, whoa, she also has a sword and is like throat chopping people. Like, girl, what's up?
Oh, yeah, she is able to put some divine wrath on everything.
Oh, yeah, because she kind of like is like kind of religious, but also kind of not like religious like the cleric, but like she can also kind of do some like holy shit. Like what's up with that, fam?
What's the deal with that? What's the dish?
I don't know. We're gonna have to play some more because we've only played one session.
Speaking of things that we've only played one session of.
Speaking of, hey, what if we played in another game of D&D together?
In Tal'Dorei.
In Tal'Dorei, where people could like see it and listen to it.
I don't think we have time for that, Kylen.
But we're doing it anyway.
We sure are. We've had, as of recording this, 2 sessions. Kylen has been able to be part of one of them.
Fuck me.
We are playing in Pro Restarters, friend of the channel. Pew, 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 pew. Pro Restarters, Tal'Dorei, the Black Banner campaign. Our characters have finally been revealed for that. I am playing a shifter druid named Kuruk. And Kylen, you are playing?
I'm playing Finley Tamble, who is a rock gnome. Of course, wizard.
And we're playing that with Greek Sid and Wild Engineer.
Yeah.
Who are playing a Tiefling Rogue and a Half-Orc Barbarian, respectively.
Yeah.
We're sort of in the first throes of like gather the party and everything. We just leveled up to level 2.
Woohoo!
Which means I have to think about some stuff.
That's true, because you're a druid.
I am a druid.
That's when you get to pick your druid circle.
Well, I already know my druid circle. I just need to know what the mechanics mean for my character. My character is a shifter druid who it has been mentioned that he has spent some time in the Feywild. He's a shifter. Shifters are like half lycanthropes.
Ah,
What in Critical Role Campaign 1 has to deal with lycanthropes in the Feywild?
hold up, you just said some magic words there. That's Connor and Kylen combined, baby. Werewolves in the Feywild.
Kurik is our bastard child.
Oh my god, I'm not ready for the responsibilities of parenthood.
No, neither were his parents.
Ooh.
Well, why don't you talk about Finley? Because I know this isn't the first time you've played Finley.
That's true. I do that thing that I am sometimes prone to do, where if I play a character in a one shot, and then I have an opportunity to play in a campaign later, if I liked playing the character in the one shot, I'm like, you know what? I'll just pop you in here, and I'm just gonna flesh you out a little more. So that's what happened with Finley. Finley was part of a one shot that Connor ran.
That's me.
That's you for our home group. Which that one shot, her mechanics were a little different because she was like a higher level. She was still a wizard, but she was the School of Invention, which was like unearthed arcana that ended up getting scrapped. But
Yeah.
like you were like a wizard with like kind of like this arcane mechanical armor, and like you had like the ability to like cast spells at random.
Yeah. That the mechanics of the class are still available in 5th edition. They're just part of the Mizium apparatus and the other Mizium items that are part of the Guildmaster's Guide of Ravnica.
Yeah. So yeah, that was me kind of dipping my toes in that subclass because I thought, oh, that looks interesting. But along the way, I made a character that I really liked because, of course, I love playing gnomes. And two, she was just, very sweet, very earnest, in pursuit of knowledge. And I'm like, you know what? That's cute. I want to bring this cute little girl back. And so I did. And yeah, she's just sweet little girl trying to go to fucking school. Because I'm a wizard.
Yeah, I'm very excited for Kirk and Finley's interactions going forward.
Yeah.
Because it was mentioned that Kirk cannot read common.
That's true. And you know who can read? Me. And you know who loves to teach people? Me.
And Kirk can read and write. It's just not common. He can read and write Sylvan because
Yeah,
he's
which
from the
was
Feywild.
incredibly interesting to Finley because she just loves learning more about new shit in general.
And I was really excited for an interaction that we could have had today, but
It didn't work out because
Spectrum. Fuck you, Spectrum.
enemy of the channel, Spectrum. But luckily we got our internet fixed. Unluckily, it was after the stream was up and going. So boo on that. But next time we meet, we'll have had more sessions under our belts and more interactions. And I'm really excited because I like the party. I like the people playing, and I like how the characters all kind of mesh and mingle.
Can I tell you a secret?
Yes, of course.
I don't think our next interaction would be positive.
Oh no, why do you say that?
Because the next thing Kirk would ask you is, why did you trick Shaunik into giving you bread?
You want to know a secret?
Mm-hmm.
Because she wanted to try it.
And the quirk would be like, I think you would fit in very well in the Feywild. And he's not going to talk about it with you. He thinks you're a trickster. And he's spent a lot of time with them. And he would threaten you.
Do you want to know a secret?
Mm-hmm.
She's not. She just wanted a pastry. She's just a really...
But you lied when you could have just asked.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
And Cork's seen too much of that. Cork has lost people to that.
Holds a knife out. Hey, stop this fey bullshit.
Yeah, that's Cork. Cork has trauma, and it all has to do with the Feywild.
I understand.
It is not a nice place for Cork.
It's probably not a super nice place in general, except when it is. But then it's also not.
For certain characters, it's nice. For Finley, it's probably going to be nice.
For Kirk, trauma.
Yeah, that was what I wanted to do with this character. I wanted to explore his trauma,
and also
Awu, but the trauma. The trauma is what I want to focus on.
Meanwhile, my character concept was, oof, man, I've been playing a lot of traumatized characters lately. What if I start off with a character who doesn't have trauma, to which I will eventually acquire trauma because
it's a per restarter game, of course.
It's a per restarter game.
Trauma.
I have a dad.
Do you know how many people have died already on this per starter game?
So many.
So many. Do we have any other games? I don't think we do.
No. That's it for us.
Huh. So cool. You're all caught up on our games.
Wow. Look at that.
Look at that. What do we do for our break?
Okay, yeah, because we're going to take a break. And this is our first break of the new year, so we got to make it good. This sets a precedent going forward about who we are as Let's Talk About It in 2020.
Okay, bye.
Wait, what?
That's it.
Oh, no. The break is going to be just like silence. Maybe like the sounds of the voice.
Exactly.
And our screen is going to get like darker and more sinister.
Yeah.
Sober Connor's just like, oh man, what the fuck, guys?
Sober Connor's just like, oh my god, this is so great. This is so easy.
All right. BRB.
Bye.
Baby. Hey, so Connor, I've been thinking, and I have an idea for my new Tal'Dorei character.
But where's my dark son?
Excuse me?
I want my psionics and my institutionalized slavery in my D&D setting.
My spell jammer.
My spell jammer. Give me my nulloids.
Connor, what has come over you in this moment?
I don't know. It just seems like there's been a lot of discourse in 2020 so far.
Oof, yeah, we been a month in, and we got things have been a little spicy in the internet space. Which we're gonna, I guess, disclaimer for this section, we're gonna talk about some stuff that's happened, and we're probably gonna give our opinions on some stuff that's happened. And if at any point you feel uncomfortable with what's being discussed, you have a right to step away from the podcast, to take some time for yourself, and don't have to come back to this episode. There'll be other episodes, in case any of this content makes you uncomfortable in any way. It's your right. Step away from that. Safety tools on the podcast.
Safety tools for the podcast. So 2020 has been such a year, and it's only February.
It's only barely February.
And I think our year started out with like the first batch of our Earth Arcana, which was like there was a barbarian with werewolf themes, which I of course enjoyed.
Of course.
And a few other classes that I don't think really were anything to write home about.
Yeah.
You've got your Genie Warlock, you've got your Aberration Paladin, you've got your whatever the other one was. Yeah. And then you've also got your Explorer's Guide to Wildmount announcement.
Yeah, I think that came before some other drama, which when you said Unearthed Arcana reminded me of that, which we could also talk about.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that.
We're gonna talk about that. Yeah, so it was announced that one of the next upcoming WotC projects was going to be in partnership with Critical Role, publishing their newest campaign guide, because last time Critical Role partnered up with Green Ronin,
mm-hmm.
But now this time they're going to the source material itself. They're going to the Big Daddy on this one. Why did I do that? Why did I say that? I didn't have to phrase it like that.
Yeah, but D&D is the RPG daddy of the world.
Yeah, as much as it is, probably like to some people. It's the truth. We gotta acknowledge it, even if you're not comfortable with it. Yeah, so they went straight to the people who made D&D and are kind of considered the canon on it. And yeah, they're publishing their new campaign guide for Wildmount, which is the new setting for Critical Role Campaign 2.
Yeah.
So, and that's exciting to a lot of people because one, it's an acknowledgement of an outside cat setting and kind of a more concrete canon way. Two, oh shit, new subclasses.
Mm-hmm.
Dunamancy, like I always fucking want. I've been saying for a hot minute now, if they make a Wildmount campaign guide, I just want a school of Dunamancy, which I kind of got. I got two.
You got
schools.
two.
I got two of them. I got the time and the gravity. They got split up. Also a fighter subclass, which is cool too. So that's really exciting for some people, but at the same time, it's not so exciting for other people.
Yeah. So D&D has wanted to work with Matt Mercer for a while. And whenever they finally approached him, he was just like, okay, but the only thing that I really think I can work on right now is this campaign setting that I kind of already have to make anyway for the show. And D&D was like, okay. And so Dungeons and Dragons is getting a whole new campaign setting. The first new one since Eberron. And also Ravnica, but the first completely new one.
Yeah. Brand spanking new.
Yeah, the first new one that was made for D&D. we've got the subclasses and everything. I've been asking for a wild mount campaign setting since episode 1 of Critical Role season 2.
Yes, you and probably several other people.
Because I wanted the lore, I wanted the magic items, I wanted everything, and I'm so happy with this announcement. But that said, there are many people who are upset about it. Either because, number one, where's my Dark Sun? Where's my Greyhawk? Where's my Spelljammer? Where's my Planescape? Where's my Mystara? Where's my product that I've been looking for years?
Mm-hmm.
That is just, in the 6 years of 5th edition, has never made it in there. Which is acceptable. Like, I hope that everything makes its way into 5th edition.
Mm-hmm.
Because 5th edition has been very accessible. It's been very popular. It's a good system.
Yeah.
Like, say what you want about every other system that's out there. 5th edition it's a pretty good system.
And it's only, since its release, its popularity has only continued to swell, and it doesn't seem like it's on the track to decline at this point.
No,
So,
the Hasbro shareholders meeting notes have come out, and they're just like, yeah, for the 6th straight year in a row, 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons has grown in popularity.
yeah, so it's
good.
I'm confident that they're gonna milk this as long as they can and churn out as much content as they can until it does decline in popularity, and then there's like a 6th edition or whatever.
Yeah, or 5.5 or
Yeah, whatever.
Road
But
Finder.
I think the thing that is kind of happened in relationship to this announcement is kind of just like, I see a similar thing like kind of happen in video games sometimes, like whenever a new IP is announced, people are like, well, I don't really want this, I want blah 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 2, or
I don't want Starfield, I want the Elder Scrolls 6.
Yeah, because trying out
I trusted Bethesda a lot more whenever I said that.
trying out new shit is kind of scary because you don't know if you'll like it. Meanwhile, you're like, yeah, of course I want fucking, to go with your example, Elder Scrolls 6, because I know I already like that shit. I've sunk like 1,000,000 hours into Skyrim. I want more of that because, I'm comfortable with that. I don't want fucking this new shit. I don't even watch Critical Role. So, I can see why people would be, a little upset.
Yeah.
But
honestly, I felt the same way whenever the Amazon leaks came out last year, and I saw the Guildmaster's Guide to Ravnica. Because I'm like, I don't fucking play Magic the Gathering. Why the fuck would I ever do anything with this?
Mm-hmm.
But then I bought the book, and I read through it. I'm like, wow, these subclasses are really cool. Hey, I could play as a Minotaur or a Centaur. Like, that shit's cool. I can do that in like a whole bunch of other settings, like Taldore, like Exandria, like Wildmount,
Like Spelljammer, like Dark Sun.
Oh my god, these monsters. Like, we've got psionic mages. We've got some other like cool like angels. We've got other like warriors and stuff. We've got phoenixes made of lightning. Like, hell yeah, there's a lot of cool shit here.
So wait, is a message that we can take away from this is just give things a try, give it a peek, and if you don't like it, that's that's fine. But if you do like parts of it, you you could use it.
I think so.
Yeah. Cool.
Cool. Yeah. Like if your dark sun uses like time manipulation magic to like reignite the sun, use some dunamancy. Like shit, it's there for you now.
Yeah. And I think also if WotC or any other mainstream company isn't putting out the shit that you like,
Look at the DMs Guild.
look at DM's Guild or other places, other creators are creating their own content for 5e that you could take a look at. You can purchase for probably way cheaper than you can buy an official D&D product, and incorporate that into your game. Or if you're just like a really creative person and you're good with the mechanics and stuff, hey, do your own little homebrew.
Yeah.
Go wild. Take a peek back at maybe the source material you want to reference, and take that inspiration from it, and and if you can't do it yourself, hey, maybe reach out to someone and be like, hey, how would I go about doing this?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, it's valid to be kind of like, oh man, the thing I wanted didn't isn't happening yet. But if we're getting to a point where like you're just kind of like shitting on stuff that's making like other people happy in like a very like vocal way, just like, hey man,
Chill.
it's okay. Like, it'll be okay.
Like definitely express yourself, but don't shit on anybody else's fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but
It's
that's
okay to
not.
be pissed about stuff, but like,
Yeah.
hey man, watch how you go about it.
Yeah. That said, that's not the only drama that Crit Role has gotten in.
Mm-hmm.
Being the company they are, they're doing a lot with their merch. Like they just got a deal with Hot Topic to start selling their stuff or new stuff for them. And they started selling their own dice bags.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever that happened, other creators of dice bags, I'm not going to name any names or add any ads, but they were like, how the fuck am I supposed to compete with that? And that's fair. Going up against a company like Critical Role, like that's scary for streamers, for creators, for anybody, for
Yeah.
artists. Yeah, that's terrifying.
Yeah. I can see where, like, at first glance, you get that news as a creator and you're just like, oh, fucking shit, like, where do I go from here? But I saw, I think more than one person kind of phrase this take in a way that, like, hearing it and kind of like, seeing it in practice, I can, like, agree with. Like, oh, yeah, that's a thing. Kind of comparing the same situation to like dice makers.
Mm-hmm.
Like, multiple markets exist within like one demand for a commodity, I guess. Um, there will be the people who will go for kind of the cheaper, mainstream, bigger company dice. You're plain resin, acrylic. That's like cheaper,
Mm-hmm.
And even Critical Role has released their own dice. However, in the process, there's still many indie dice makers, artisan dice makers doing different things, doing custom dice, gemstones, wood, bone,
dice with plants inside of them.
Dice with plants inside them, all sorts of commissions. And the dice market is still thriving because there's demand for that, because there are people who are like, I don't want your plain ass boring, resin dice set I can get just anywhere. I want something really special. And both, markets are still profiting because they got that audience for it. And I think it's kind of the same way with the dice bags. There are some people who are going to be like, hell yeah, this is what I want. I want a bag from this company I support. And there are other people who are like, no, I want to design my own custom bag. And I want to buy more, independently from a smaller creator. I don't think, it's going to necessarily take away from that market, because, probably the people who'd rather have a Critical Role dice bag or Critical Role dice are the kind of people who wouldn't have gone for the other option anyway, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's true.
So, again, not invalidating how people feel or invalidating people's concerns. I just think that I don't think it's going to create like this huge imbalance in the market. I think like people who want to buy it will certainly buy it, but I think there's still going to be just as many people who want something more personal. Like, in my own personal example, I'm kind of like, yeah, I'm interested in getting a dice bag. However, I'm not necessarily interested in getting the Critical Role dice bag. I think I would want something more, I don't know, like personalized,
Yeah. Like, I get different dice sets for my different characters. I would probably want a different dice bag for my different characters. And I don't, let me just say, I have it. The Bailey's dice bag from Critical Role is enormous. It is well made.
Oh yeah, Ethan got it. It's huge.
I mean, it's really cool. I don't think I would use it for every one of my characters.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I might be looking into other dice bags pretty soon.
Ooh. Which, hey, we'll tell you, listeners, if you got recommendations for your favorite dice bag makers, drop it in the comments.
Put them in the doobly-doo. Show other people what dice baggies you're using for your dice baggy needs.
Get at us at Discord or something, Hey, we're in the market.
Ding, ding, ding that bell.
Like, comment, subscribe, retweet.
Excuse you, Kylen. It's like and subscribe here.
Oh, excuse me, I will.
Yeah. So yeah, the crit roll stuff has happened. Crit roll also just did a Monster Hearts episode.
Oh yeah, this is fucking fresh.
This is very fresh, like yesterday.
Like, we just killed that cow, and the meat is still the meat's still good.
The steak is still rare.
Yeah, so I saw most of it, I want to say. I went to bed like after the break around like 2.
Yeah, I didn't see the last bit of it either.
But I mean, what did you think of what you saw?
So this is my first time like watching Monster Hearts. Besides like the couple of games that I've seen you in.
Oh yeah, I played some of that.
I've never played Monster Hearts.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't really see like I didn't see how he handled it, or Matt Mercer was a master of ceremonies for this. I didn't really see how he handled it differently from other creators, because like the parts that I've leaned in on were, or that I was paying attention for, were like the introductory stuff, where not everybody is like making rolls or anything yet. I have played a couple of Powered by the Apocalypse systems, and I don't know, a lot of the criticisms that I've seen were like, why didn't the Master of Ceremonies ask for more rolls? But like,
Yeah.
in Powered by the Apocalypse, in my experience, it's like usually the players who like tell the MC what they want to do.
So I've seen it both ways. Like, yes, that is certainly an approach you can take as a character or as a player and a character to kind of like call out more specifically what you want to do. However, I think it's a tenet of a lot of PBTA games is there is some responsibility on the MCGM, whatever the name is, to if they see something that would warrant a move or a roll to kind of be like, hey, ding, 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 you can do this here. Like, there are some games, like, in the rules that are like, you don't even have to really fucking know your moves or look at them because the GM will, if it's appropriate, tell you to roll. You just say what you want to do, and they'll tell you what to do from there. But I've been, of course, people have played other systems where that's not the case, where you are more intentional, so that affects your playing style, and so people can be more direct. However, that is kind of a thing of Powered by the Apocalypse, is that GM will call for stuff. So I can say to that point that those people's criticisms are based in precedent, is what I'll say.
And then I've also seen like somebody get like so upset because like somebody would, or I guess Matt said, make a volatile check. Like, is that not a thing? Or roll plus volatile?
So in Monster Hearts specifically, I can speak to that. You don't really go outside the established moves, I guess. If this is what the complaint was about, is that Matt said roll plus this and didn't really call on a specific move, like roll to lash out or roll to keep cool or to turn on or whatever. That's kind of a Powered by the Apocalypse thing, is that they got, unlike D&D, where, you come across a situation, you're like, oh, I want to tackle it like this. Or even if the player doesn't say anything, the GM can kind of like, oh, geez, this really isn't in the rule book about how to approach this. Well, just make a blah, blah, blah check. It's kind of different Powered by the Apocalypse. They want you to use the moves built into the game.
Yeah.
So again, that criticism is also based in precedent, is how I'll word that.
Yeah. I don't know. So I will be the first to admit that I am definitely a fan of Critical Role, and I respect what they do as creators. I enjoyed the Monster Hearts one shot. Being a person that has played in a couple of Powered by the Apocalypse systems, not so much Monster Hearts. And I can respect Matt Mercer, who has played, I don't even know if he's played Powered by the Apocalypse before. I know he's done one session on Off the Table.
Yeah, and I think that might have been Cypher System.
You're right. I think that was Cypher System. And I don't know. I respect Matt for deciding to record and stream his first encounter with Monster Hearts. And I felt like all the
And
players,
the players
like,
as well.
and I felt like the players definitely respected like what was going on with the system. I know Monster Hearts itself, being such a horny game, can be a little bit difficult to give the proper respect to.
And not even just like horny too, because yeah, there is one component of it, but outside of that is also a feel of like manipulation and like secrets and pulling some shit that is like frankly not cool and hurtful.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a difficult game to play in terms of those themes if you're not like super comfortable with the people you're playing with.
Yeah. And I saw that they had like a new person that none of them have played with before. It seemed like the table still had a nice cohesion, and everybody was still super respectful. Like, I don't know, I really enjoyed what they laid out there. So
Yeah.
if you did not like Monster Hearts or the Cinderbrush Monster Hearts thing on Critical Role, tell us why.
Yeah.
Share your dissent. Share it on Twitter. I'm sure you already have.
Yeah, so my thing with it is I had my own personal reasons for not liking components of it that I did, but mine are like strictly personal and like nothing to do with like the main kind of discourse I'm seeing. Like, you know, and I'm not ashamed of saying it. Like, so the queen skin from Monster Hearts made an appearance in that one shot.
Yep.
And sometimes the way it's played, when it's played like that mean bitchy girl who has like this facade of like perfection and gets away with all this shit, that's something for me that is personally like very, it creates an emotional response in me.
It's like
So
visceral.
yeah, so there were points of the one shot where I was uncomfortable in that regard, but again, that's not issue to the way that they're playing it. That's just, even like they said at the beginning of the episode, there's things that will be uncomfortable, and you have the right as the audience to like check out if, you know, if you're not comfortable with something, which I did. You know, I stuck with it, but I was personally uncomfortable with that to no fault of Erika Ishii. That's just a trope I've always been uncomfortable with. Like, unpopular opinion, I've only seen Mean Girls once because it made me so angry. I don't think I could bring myself to watch it again because I just don't like that trope. Like, it's something that has a lot of...
Kylen's limit on Mean Girls does exist.
It does exist for me.
It's
yeah,
one.
The trope is something that's, I don't want to say traumatizing to me, but it does create a negative response in me. So, you know, like that was my only issue, but the way I saw things being played, as people who were, as, you know, all of them players, MC and you know, characters alike, as their first foray into the system, everyone, I mean, they seemed like comfortable with the dynamic and the way they approached the rules at the table. So, hey, you know, that's, if everyone there was happy and comfortable, I don't really see the larger issue. I guess, man, I have lots of thoughts in this, and I'm trying to be careful of how I want to phrase things. But my issue with a lot of what's being said is me personally. I think unless you're doing something that's just like egregiously disrespectful, and like denying like consent, denying like player agency, just disregarding like safety and comfort and everything. If you're someone who's like exploring a system for like the first time, even if you are a representative of the larger force in the TTRPG community, I just feel like, not that it's even necessarily disheartening to them, but perhaps disheartening to the people who are unfamiliar with newer systems, and seeing a lot of people be super critical of the way a new system is approached on the show. It could be like really, it could affect people who aren't familiar with new systems and maybe want to try their hand at new systems, try their hands at being in a stream of a new system or running a new system, to see people be critical of maybe how the mechanics were handled. I think, like, I'm not saying that Critical Role, you can't gatekeep Critical Role out of anything, right? Critical Role
No.
is a larger force that will, they're gonna do what they're gonna do.
You can't gatekeep Critical Role whenever they've done so much, or they've been such a force in the RPG community. They have already busted down the gate.
Yeah.
Sorry. Not sorry.
But to the audience of Critical Role, and I can't put a number or percentage of how many people this is who don't have experience with things outside of D&D, to maybe see people be, more, their criticisms focused on how a game was played mechanics wise. I can see how that would be, a little bit disheartening. Like, I'm not here to, like, here's my disclaimer. I am a fan of Critical Role. That's my bias. I will admit that going in. I'm not saying that Critical Role needs to be defended or Matthew Mercer needs to be defended or anything. My opinion on this is more of the people who are like influenced by this stuff. You know what I mean? And I don't want what people are saying to discourage other people from trying to either run new games in an internet space, play new games on internet space, because they're afraid that, oh, well, people were super critical,
Yeah.
no pun intended, of Critical Role when they do this. Why should I try? You know what I mean?
Yeah, so like the more you're yelling at like Matthew Mercer handled Monster Hearts like super wrong, like you should never let the GM story of a Monster Hearts game. You're not discouraging, well, you might be discouraging Matthew Mercer because he's a soft boy. You're discouraging everybody who is looking at Monster Hearts and saying, I think this would be a great thing to play with my friends.
Yeah.
You're saying that unless you can handle the system perfectly, which is a very subjective definition, you're saying these people aren't allowed to play this.
Yeah, and to me, it kind of almost smacks of the same tone of the people in D&D who are like super rules lawyers about shit and like don't like any sort of, homebrew or table rules of how to approach things. And it's like, no, because according to page blah 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 and blah 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 book, you got to do this. It.
At me, because I am a big rules lawyer. But yeah, there are people who are very just like, but that's not D&D.
Yeah, it I think it's fine to have opinions and criticisms of things, but if your goal, and I think it should be our goal as people who have played systems outside of D&D and want to share those systems and like get people to play more games, because like ultimately I feel like that should be our goal, then just be careful of how you air those grievances and still try to create a space that is welcoming to newer people,
Yeah.
to one that makes them feel like it's okay to run something or play in something and like mess up in that sense,
Yeah.
Like, don't worry about gatekeeping Critical Role. They're fine. They'll continue to
They
do
will
what
be
they'll do.
fine. I promise you, Critical Role is going to be fine.
But just be mindful of maybe how the things you say can affect people who aren't really saying anything on it, or
Just other people in the community.
yeah, because we're all here for each other, and I think our goal should be we should all try to encourage people to play new games and to guide people to when they play new games, and to continue to support each other, especially indie creators, But that, again, is my 2 cents. And if you don't agree, that's fine,
Yeah. But speaking of drama and how that affects people in the TTRPG community, I'm gonna be very quick in this. I'm not gonna name any names. I'm not gonna add any ads. And I'm really not gonna say a whole bunch about this. But the TTRPG community, especially on Twitter, is a very interconnected bunch.
Mm-hmm.
We are a very united group who is very quick to I don't want to say antagonize.
I think I get what you're going for. They want to, if they see a danger or a threat, quickly call it out.
Yes.
And like nip that shit in the bud.
Yes. Yeah. So we definitely want to call out things that are a danger to the TTRPG community. Definitely want to call out abuse. We definitely want to call out gatekeeping. We definitely want to call out like people who are just going to be not good for the community, especially where it comes to like business practices, who we recruit for games that we play and stream, companies that we do business with, like especially in all that. Whenever you want to air out your personal shit on Twitter and drag the TTRPG community into it, problems happen. And that was a really big thing for me and a personal friend of mine this during the start of our 2020.
Yeah.
Things that need to be sorted out legally with lawyers and stuff does not need to bring the entire TTRPG community into it.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little footnote in our drama that is happening in the TTRPG space.
Yeah.
Skirting that aside, because I also want to talk about, we were talking about Monster Hearts. Let's talk about more TTRPGs getting horny with the second batch of Unearthed Arcana for Wizards of the Coast.
Oh my god. Okay. So
So what had happened was earlier this month, in the week in the very first weeks of February, right before Valentine's Day, there was a leak on Reddit where an early version of the second Unearthed Arcana was leaked on Reddit, which included the Clockwork Soul Sorcerer, the Creation Bard. By the way, the subclass I was missing from the last thing was the Mercy Cleric, the Mercy Monk, which is super cool. So Creation Bard, Clockwork Sorcerer, and the Love Domain Cleric. And boy, did whoever made this playtest version of the Love Cleric have a very different concept of love than a very vocal part of the TTRPG community.
And to emphasize how, I guess, kind of scandalous, for lack of a better word, this was, Connor posted a link in his Discord to it, I think. And I want to say I checked it maybe like an hour or two, maybe a couple hours later, because I was at work. And I was like, hey, this link isn't leading to anywhere. Is this working? And then we quickly came to the conclusion of, oh shit, they took it down.
They took it down. So I'm sure you can still find screenshots of the Love Domain Cleric, but a lot of the class spells were a lot of Charm Person, Dominate Creature, a very big focus on enchantment as a school. One of the channel divinities was infatuation, forcing someone to fall in love with you and take damage for you.
Yeah.
Which in the actual Unearthed Arcana that they released, everything got reworked into the Unity Cleric, which we've talked about before. Which is something that I really enjoyed.
And there was more of a focus on abjuration.
Yeah, abjuration, sharing damage, self-sacrificial love. Or just a party unity. Whereas this Love Cleric seemed to definitely be a lot more it seemed more Zeus than Aphrodite.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Aphrodite's kind of that way too.
Yeah, I think the issue was not necessarily with the mechanics itself, because there are a lot of, there is a precedent for charm spells and enchantment.
Oh yeah, we all know what a horny bard can do.
There's a precedent for all that shit already. And I think if the domain was named maybe something like the lust domain, the infatuation.
Honestly, the lust domain would make sense.
Yeah.
If that was the lust domain, that would be problematic in and of itself, but it would make sense.
It would be problematic in the same way playing a fucking death domain cleric would be, or a, because I think they or a oath, a oathbreaker paladin, where they acknowledge hey, these people kind of not good.
Well, yeah, except anytime you make lust a very visible thing in your campaign, you're sort of, it's a slippery slope into things that break.
Yeah, that's true.
That break a lot of safety tools.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so the issue, I think, was just associating all this manipulative shit with love, which is wee woo, big unhealthy red flags, and people were very quick to call that out.
Yeah.
Which
again, this was before a lot of the comments were coming out before it was actually posted on Wizards of the Coast site.
Mm-hmm.
Then it was posted on Wizards of the Coast site, and then it was immediately taken down.
Immediately. To where I don't even know what all the full version had. I did see screenshots of the more prominent, problematic stuff on Twitter, like, the channel Divinity. I saw that. And I think, the new version, the Unity domain, remove the problems of the love domain.
Yeah, it removed a lot, but like now there's a big missing space where like love domain could have been a really cool concept. Just sucks that it was implemented so piss poorly.
But to that, I will say, in response,
the response has been great
to this leak and the content being taken down. I've seen several people in the TTRPG space be like, no, fuck it, I'm gonna release my own concept of a love domain cleric
without blackjack and hookers.
Without blackjack and hookers, it's gonna be focused on like this more found family love and focusing more on the party. And to that, I say, hell yeah.
Fuck
so
yeah.
Let's support those people when they publish that shit,
Now go on the DM's Guild. Check out what people who aren't Wizards of the Coast are making. Because, like, even if you don't want to use any of it for your games, like, maybe some of it will be really good for NPCs, or maybe you'll have some inspiration to make your own damn thing.
Yeah. And so, at the very least, that makes me happy that people saw this and were like, no, fuck that, that's wrong. But also, I'm going to make that, but better, correctly.
Yeah.
But also, kudos
it's like me with anything
Matt
Colville creates.
What'd you say?
It's like me with anything Matt Colville creates.
But also, I'd like to say, shout out to Wizards in the sense of being like, ooh, shit, let's take this down and, okay, we did not play test this enough, apparently. We did, good thing this is Unearthed Arcana and not like an official release.
Yeah.
Let's take this down and fix it. So, thank goodness they did that as quickly as they did. I mean, yeah, you could say, well, it shouldn't have gone out in the first place, but, at least they handled the fallout appropriately, I feel like,
Yeah. But yeah, I guess that was all the vocal stuff going on in the TTRPG space, but like, there's been a lot of other product announcements and everything to look forward to. Lots of other Kickstarters and new product releases. Like, I know the new Manera for 5th edition stuff is supposed to be coming out pretty soon. Seen some of the preview pages for that, and that's pretty cool. And I know you've just backed something that you're really excited for.
Oh my god. I am so excited to talk about this. And quick aside, I'm going to look it up real quick so I can properly shout out the people who made this, because I'm so fucking excited. So, people who know me know that I am kind of frugal, I guess, and I don't like to spend a ton of money on shit. So even though I do see things that I want to support, I'm like, oh well, I'll just wait till it comes out. I see it's already kickstarted. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna put anything else in this. I'll wait till it's on sale or something. But I saw a Kickstarter that just took me aback, and how much it appealed to my interests that I had no choice but to immediately back it, even though it was funded within the first, I want to say 45 minutes.
Yeah. We have no choice but to stand.
We have no choice but to stand. And here I am. I'm going to plug this shit. It's called Dragon Stew. It is a supplemental for D&D 5e that adds cooking elements to the game. Yay!
It's like Battle Chef Brigade or Chopped.
It's honestly, the parallels between it and Battle Chef Brigade are almost uncanny. And for those of you who aren't familiar, Battle Chef Brigade is an indie game available on the Switch and maybe also on PC, but definitely on Switch, to where you go out and like you do cooking competitions, like cooking duels, to where you go out and you hunt monsters for ingredients and use those ingredients to cook fantastic dishes. And that's kind of the rules that Dragon Stew adds to your D&D game.
Yeah.
So it adds, I don't want to say additional classes, because they don't replace your traditional D&D classes, fighter, barbarian, wizard, etc. But it's almost like acquisition incorporated rules, to where if you're playing with those, your character can be a cleric, but also a documancer, or a bard, but also a loremonger. In this game, you could be a barbarian, but also a baker, or you could be a ranger, and I don't remember the exact name for it, but
A presenter.
or a presenter, or
Yeah.
you can. It just gives you additional things to add to what you already have, so that's cool. In addition, it comes with new wizard familiars that you can bake up that are made from sweet treats. So that's really cute.
You can get your alchemy.
You can get an alchemy, basically. On top of that, they're publishing their own module that, from the description I read, is very Battle Chef Brigade, in which you do like this cooking trial for some judges that involves a lot of the same elements, which it's gonna be so excited. And part of me is like, oh my god, what if you homebrew this is the Battle Chef Brigade universe? Crossover. So that's really exciting, and they have so many cool stretch goals. Some of them include creating subclasses that go with the normal subclasses. So one that's already been met is the pleasure domain for the cleric.
Self-care
which,
god.
Yeah, at first sounds like, ooh, that's probably going to be weird and sexual. It's not. It's all about enjoying the little things in life and self-care, baby. Like bubble baths and shit. And like helping your teammates, but also at the same time figuring out what your enemies really want to. So it does have elements of like charm and charisma, as I say, but it doesn't seem like weird and skeezy in the way that Love Domain is, because there is still a focus on helping your party as well.
Yeah.
And other stretch goals they've met so far, they're releasing additional cooking classes, which are the supplemental roles. Like I think one that they've met is for a butcher, which is really cool. They're also, I think, either just met or really close to meeting a bard subclass. I believe, I don't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but hey, Sober Connor could put that shit in.
Okay.
I know they also have a druid subclass in the works.
I've not seen that one yet, and I'm intrigued.
That's very new. That's very new. Because they didn't release all of their stretch goals at once. They're releasing them as more support has been made apparent. But the druid subclass is the Circle of Brew. So excited to see how that shapes out.
I'm less interested now, but I've already backed it.
But something I'm incredibly excited for is if they get to 50,000 euros, they're going to release a second adventure as well. They already have one module. They're going to release a second one. Also, there are stretch goals on there where if you pledge enough money, granted, it's pretty expensive, you can get your own module in there as well. So this was only supposed to come with one. There's a potential that there will be more than one-shot adventures. Well, I think the one that they have isn't a one-shot. It's like 4 to 6 sessions, but more than one module. So that's incredibly exciting. Also, I forgot to mention earlier, Dragon Stew was created by Antonio D'Amico. And there are other people on the team as well, but he's the guy who's spearheading it. So, yeah, check it out. I'm so freaking excited. I can't wait to get my little hands on the book and run that shit, which I never want to run shit normally because I'm very like, I don't know. But like, this is just like so me. I gots to.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Oh, I'm so excited.
Yeah. A dear friend of ours and a dear friend of the channel, Tankstein, has also got one of their RPGs backed on Kickstarter, Dream World Mercenaries.
Yes. Oh my god. Bitch, y'all. So, like, y'all seen Inception, right? You've seen Inception?
I've not seen Inception.
Okay.
I have seen memes of it.
So, like, let me tell you what they do in Inception. They go inside dreams, or maybe dreams within dreams, to, like, subtly plant, like, a thought or something or idea, or do something within the dreams.
Wait, why are they planting me in there?
Shut up. Oh my god, you fucking hoe. But no, they like plant something in the subconscious of someone to where they like do something in real life, and like the way it's framed is almost kind of like this, like heist type scenario. Which is really cool. And that's kind of what Dream World Mercenaries is, going inside people's dreams and like doing crazy dream heist shit in there to accomplish goals and shit. And it's like runs off powered by the apocalypse rules, and it's a zine. It's not even like a big, huge, expensive book that costs like $60. It's like a little thing. It's like a little, another term for it, I think, is like ash can, to where it's like, yeah, it's got some rules, and we're gonna give you what we got.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like our friend Tankstein wrote it. He got some people to do art for it. He got a sensitivity reader for it. That's going above and beyond.
That's cool.
Like, so you support lots of people if you decide you want to support the Kickstarter and play this game, which it was funded already. So beep beep, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And also, I think by the time this episode comes out,
yeah, by the time this episode comes out, all these Kickstarters will be probably closed. So make sure to check them out on BackerKit or wherever they show up.
Spoiler alert, I think by the time this episode comes out, High Duke Studios, which is the company that this Kickstarter came out of for J-Roll Mercenaries, they're gonna have another Kickstarter. So
like gasp, scandalous.
So you may want to check that out too.
Yeah. Another Kickstarter that I backed over this past month. I liked Acquisitions Incorporated. I really like Acquisitions Incorporated because I'm stuck in a corporate lifestyle and I want to find humor in it where I cannot in my normal life. Which is why I related so much to The Company, the corporate survival horror RPG.
Ethan backed that, yeah.
By Logan Dean.
Oh my gosh.
I'm excited for that. I backed that and I will very much like to scout that. I don't think I would ever run it. I might run it at some point, but like I just want to like scour through and see like what makes your version of a company tick and how can I use that for my own purposes in my other games.
Yeah. That's cool.
But yeah, I think that's all the things besides like Monsters of the Kylewood publishing things. They have a Monsters of the City Kickstarter.
Ooh.
Their last couple things, Monsters of Feyland and Monsters of the Underworld. Like the monsters of that were so great, especially like the Maga Naga.
Ooh. Maga Naga.
Just like this orange Naga that likes to make stone walls appear everywhere.
No! Oh no!
Yeah.
I see the joke now.
It's a Maga Naga.
Oh my goodness. So let me tell you about something I bought recently. That's kind of like old Kickstarter shit, but at the same time also promote new Kickstarter shit.
Absolutely.
So
okay, so I think I know what company you're about to pitch, and I have a couple of products from them.
Okay, so you can kind of chime in on this. So something that I bought recently, because I guess I was just kind of wilding out this last pay period, and it was something that I kind of like knew about. I didn't know about it by the period which it was kickstarted in 2018, but like hearing about it afterwards, I'm like, oh, this is my interest. But I finally decided to bite the bullet and get it after seeing Off the Table see them run a game that used the supplemental. But Astrolago Press released a D&D 5e supplemental called Fairy Fire back in 2018, which if you're like me and you live under a rock and you're not familiar with what that is, it is all about the Feywild, basically, only which, they're not WotC, so they can't say Feywild, so instead they call it the Fairy Realms. And kind of their own take on it, which is super fucking fascinating. Like, I could spend probably 30 minutes talking about it, but I'm not gonna. So their own take on the fairy realms that has like this kind of almost like 80s glam punk / 90s Lisa Frank aesthetic about it.
I was about to say, if you have a Lisa Frank notebook, you live in this version of the Feywild.
Yes, which is just so fun and nostalgic and sexy. So on top of having like this fully fleshed out Fey court and fully fleshed out world and like its dynamics while still leaving like a little bit of mystery that if you wanted to run your world in that setting, you can, add your own little influence, add reasons for why this shit is happening. On top of that, they have new enemies, new items, new subclasses, new races, and an adventure that I've been reading that I want to run that is just absolutely bonkers. It's fucking bananas. So that's something I bought recently because I wanted to. But in the process of buying that, I was alerted to a Kickstarter that is still going on, also by Astrologo Press, called Witch Plus Craft.
Oh, that's still going on?
I believe it's still going on.
So I backed that. I have preview spreads as a backer reward from it.
Ooh.
And that's what I was going to talk about. So if you like the dessert familiars from the Dragon Stew thing, they've got like piggy bank familiars, they've got stuffy familiars, they've got page finder familiars, like just a lot of things that involve like witchiness and also crafting. I've not been able to read a lot of the crafting rules from this because just like I prefer the simplistic like Wizards of the Coast. Like for 5th edition, like they work. The DM has a lot of flexibility, like you can make it work. But I mean, I can look at it for inspiration.
Yeah.
I backed it. I got it. Astrologer Press, they do good stuff. I like what they're doing. I'm going to take it apart and use what I want for my stuff.
Yeah.
Just like I do with any of the Wizards of the Coast stuff.
Yeah, and for people who aren't super familiar with it, it's basically like a take on, they refer to it as like domestic magic, which if you're familiar with witchcraft, it kind of has like elements of like, you know, kitchen witches, maybe like green witches, and like something they call out specifically is like, hey, you know, Kiki's delivery service, where like it's a little more like homey, familiar, like you're doing gardening shit, you're doing baking shit. That's the kind of magic we're doing here.
Yeah.
So all that good fun stuff, which I'm interested in. The more I'm reading about it, deciding if I want to throw some money at that.
Yeah.
Because I believe it's still going.
So I know we mentioned before, if you don't like what you're seeing out of Wizards of the Coast, check out the DM Guild, but also check out Kickstarter. Like, if you see somebody with a great idea, back them. You'll get some really cool shit out of it. Even if you don't want to like use all of it, you can find the inspiration and you can use that in your own games.
Yeah. For sure. I'm glad that we were able to end this episode because I know we kind of started off a little bit dry, a little bit spicy.
Yeah. This was a very different like format for the second half of the episode because like we didn't really have anything that we wanted to talk about, like really like any topics. So it's just the start of 2020 was full of so many things. It's been a year and it's only February.
Oh, that's true. But you know, we want to highlight some of the not so good stuff as well as the good stuff.
Yeah.
You know,
so this is
let's talk about it. Ooh, we got our finger on the pulse.
We are talking about what's going on in the RPG world, especially the things that we are excited and perturbed about.
Yeah.
But mostly excited. We're excited for a lot of these things. Critical Role in their Taldori guide, all these Kickstarters, the Unearthed Arcana, despite any missteps that happened in the last couple ones. And, you know, we're just really excited about our games.
And if you don't agree and you're like, oh no, I hate this, I don't like it, that's fine and cool.
That's cool. Don't spend your money.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't spend your money.
Don't spend your money. Save it. Spend it on a coffee or on getting somebody to double check your taxes.
Or kilograms of sweet cocaine.
Let's talk about it. Does not condone the use of illegal narcotics.
Wee woo. Oh,
But with that, I think we've talked about it. I think we had a nice successful episode with the.
Oh my God, Connor! I can't believe you landed a 360 quadruple sideways backflip and didn't break your fucking knees.
I call that a venti quad white mocha.
Get me out of here.
Well, we will certainly do that. All right, everybody. If you liked what you heard, if you like what you heard here, great. You can hear more. You can hear more of it by following the links down below to our games, to our own Twitch channels, and our Twitters. So at us, comment us, subscribe us. Let us know what you thought about this and what you would like to see in the future.
Give us $200.
Like and subscribe. Awoo.
But with that, I hope you guys have a lovely day / evening / whatever time you listen to this.
You can listen to this whenever you want.
We appreciate you, and we're gonna keep bringing more fun, fresh, sexy content in 2020, whatever this year holds. And hope you guys come along for the ride.
And with that, we will see you next time.